go. We are live.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
In a half mile, turn right onto US 98 North.
Beautiful day.
That it is. 86
In a quarter
already.
mile, turn right at the third road onto US 98 North.
Good morning,
Turn right
Kelly.
at the
I
traffic
just
light
got up.
onto US 98 North.
Happy to catch it live this morning. How are you all today? Where you headed to? Some kind of
Spring Fling annual barbecue in downtown Bartow.
that's where we're going to. What's up, Kevin? We are hanging in there. I'm hanging in there.
I'm hanging in there.
I see my doctor Monday.
Oh no.
Tell me the bad news. I have to go and have
The stent put in.
a stent and kidney stone removed.
Continue on current road
Broken
for
up.
about 7 miles.
It only moved a little bit.
Slight smidgen.
And I think it might have moved that day. Remember I told you that one morning I felt a little bit of pain?
Yep, that's when you woke up because you were in so much pain.
Yeah. So I'm having nightmares about it.
I know, the past 2 nights you slept pretty damn good.
But other than that, doing good. Yeah, that's what I say, Kevin. I had this like PSTD of when they pulled the catheter out, and it took them like an hour and a half to 2 hours, and they were yanking on it, and I was such an excruciating pain that when they stick this stent up there, it's in there for 7 days, and then they pull it out, and then that's my fear. But they say they put I see him tomorrow. We're going to talk about it. I mean, I'm just like leery, but there was a guy that made a comment that says
it wasn't that
it's
bad.
not that bad. I know they put a gel there, but it's just, I still have flashbacks of anything down there going in there while I'm awake and pulling it out is like, so I am going to ask for a Valium for that.
Oh, you're going under for that.
No, when they pull it out, you're awake.
Oh, yeah.
It's 7 days after the surgery. I don't know the date yet. I mean, I have a lot of doctor's appointments, but right now it's like...
Well, I know one thing. Whenever that one comes up, it's getting
we got
priority.
Calendar just to make sure, because I don't know what the feeling is afterwards. I know they say it's uncomfortable for 7 days. And then who knows when the stones start coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like what I'm going to feel at that point. Yeah, thanks, Kevin. I was going to go take a walk around the neighborhood, but saw that you went on live, so I'll take it. It should take about an hour to get from here to Bartow from where we're at. So that's cool. Then we put out a video. We went to Lakeland last night.
Yeah.
We put that video out this morning. Smash Burgers, Iron Fire, where the heck?
It's back there. It's in one of those trucks.
Really?
Yeah, they're going to start having food trucks back there.
Oh, wow. But I think I make my own good smash burger.
You do.
But other than that, we're going to go to the Spring Fling in Bartow. It's not that muggy, but it's a hot 83. It's supposed to be 91, but it's...
That humidity is going to get up there as the day goes on.
But the sun that's going to be hitting on
Right.
you, that's what's really the
Oh,
killer.
Shit, I
What?
forgot to put that on.
Oh, well. Yeah. Sunscreen.
Yep.
But that's the killer, is standing in that sun.
Yeah. And all you gotta do is stand there.
I commented on your griddle video. You guys should get an immediate meat thermometer to temperature the meats before you cut into them. That causes the juices to release instead of settling.
Yeah.
We have a thermometer, but I gotta practice reading it.
Oh, fudge.
I have to practice reading it because I tried using it one day and it was like throwing different readings. So I don't know if I putting it in too far, not putting it in enough, because all depending on the meat cuts and stuff. But so far, we cooked a thicker ribeye, and I got it on point just by eye and stuff. So now I'm learning to leaving the steak on the griddle now instead of flipping it so much, because someone made a comment like, why are you flipping it so much? Like, you know, you should just leave it and sear for a couple of minutes. And now, and I'm watching it cook sideways so I can see it, and then I'm flipping it over. So it's practice. I mean, it's a lot of practice. There you go. It just takes, yeah. And that's what it was, is that I'm rushing too quick sometimes because I don't want to burn stuff. And then, you know, then I'm thinking about how I seen people at hibachis, how they move real quick. And I'm thinking like, I got to do that, but it's not. I do watch a lot of videos, but just like anything, you know, you can go to school, you can read your books, you can do this, you can do that. But if you don't practice at it, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's like mechanics, you know, I could never pass my ASE mechanical test because it's always book perfect. But I can work on a car without an ASE book. Like, I know how to work on cars, like blindfold and everything. So, because I've, you know, when you do it repetitively, it just becomes normal. But I am starting to learn now to keep the meat, when I put that meat on, not to panic. If it's a little bit seared, it's not burnt, it's just seared. And that's what I get scared of, because then it looks like it's burnt, but it's not really burnt and the juices are staying in there. But it's just me being patient with leaving, because I'm cooking everything on 3 and 4, so it's not high. So it's about being patient, and then I can eventually bring up the levels on that griddle. Yeah, practice makes perfect. That's how I learn. But I mean, other than that, I love cooking on there. It's an amazing thing. The food taste thing. I tried cooking asparagus, but it didn't come out good. So we're just going to keep steaming the asparagus. The corn, I mean, I still got to watch some more videos how they do it with the corn, because I'm scared to burn the corn. But I tried the corn. It wasn't soft and it wasn't thing. It was kind of a little hard, but it was cooked. So probably still going to steam that until I can get more familiarized with it, because I've been using the lid now. With making burger steaks, you really don't want to smash them down with the spatula. You want to let the juices too. My fiance taught me that. He has a culinary degree. Oh, okay. Always measure the thickness of the steaks the way you remember how long 1-inch steak and a pork chop. Yes. Yeah. You're right, Kevin. You're right, Kelly. I did make some smash burgers. They came out amazing. But I found a perfect smash burger smasher. I'm editing that video, so eventually that video will come out. But that smash burger, I mean, that came out bon appetit. Boy.
That was phenomenal.
Yeah, that smash burger was amazing that I made. I made a triple burger and a double burger. And that triple burger was, like I said, I got a lot of editing to do on a lot of those griddle ones. Because I've been going to the doctors, and then we've been trying to do other videos besides eating and cooking, trying to throw some other videos in there, and then of course working on the yard.
Yeah, so we don't bore you to death.
Well, it's not just that. That sometimes if you stick to one subject, I know everyone watches a variety of different videos.
Yeah.
And then this way, it's not the one subject like with DoorDash. When a lot of people do DoorDash videos, that's all it is. If they were to do if a DoorDasher was to do a video of them going out or vlogging, people wouldn't watch it because the only people you attract there is just one form of group. We're just attracting everybody. You know, we're just recording anything that we can. So it brings a variety of group. Yes, some things are not for everybody, but you know, at least it brings different people into the channel, and you know, that's just the main thing. Just bringing different people in. And yeah, with the thickness of the steaks, I just got to remember, the thinner the steak, it just can't sear for that long and stuff. Yeah, that's smart. Well, that's what happens when we were doing our DoorDash videos in the beginning. Well, in the beginning, we were doing a lot of eating videos, and we had a lot of people, and then when we did other things, they didn't really pick up. And then, like I said, then we were getting to a stage where we were doing a lot of shopping videos because that's what we were doing. We weren't going out to eat. And then, you know, then the cooking videos, and it brought different people. But then, like I said, not every video is for everyone, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, at least it brings people there that if they did want to watch a different video, then, you know, and especially our traveling videos, we were doing good with the traveling videos. But then when you don't travel, and then you start sticking to one or two subjects, then you start going to travel again, people are not as interested in the traveling video because they already got hooked on the other videos and stuff. So, but like I said, we're not just a channel that just does one thing. We just go out there and do it. People watch it, that's fine. If people don't watch it, that's great. At least we know they're watching the other thing. The asparagus just coat with oil seasoning and place it on the griddle for about 3 minutes aside. And I think what it was is that I left them on too long, and they were getting like a stringy, gooey,
rubbery.
Yeah, like a that video. Like I said, you'll see that and stuff. But and again, I'm learning with the lid now and throwing water underneath the lid and capping it and trying to steam stuff. We bought a bag from Publix of what was that bag with all the broccoli and stuff?
Oh, stir-fried.
Stir-fried?
Vegetables.
Publix had these bags of stir-fried vegetables already pre-made, and those came out amazing. Like, I hit that on point. And I think what it was is that I didn't do it for over 3 minutes. I think the asparagus, because I just didn't know too much and I didn't watch anything on an asparagus, I think I've overcooked it, and that was my fault. But again, like you said,
in
Kevin,
0.3 miles,
it's all
traffic
about,
light camera ahead.
practice and stuff. But then I got to bring up the back just a little bit because the eggs are sliding to the back. But the bacon, as far as cooking the bacon, the sausages, and everything, oof. But it's a learning experience. But it's, like I said, it's good. It's and that tank still hasn't run out yet. Knock on wood and stuff. So that's a good thing, because if I had it on the regular grill, that flame wouldn't be hot enough to cook all that. So I'd be wasting tanks as well. This tank, regardless, I'm putting it on 3 and I can see the fire, but I'm letting it get warmer. Like the warm-up time, I'm letting it get warm up longer, because once that pan, the griddle part, is hot, then I'm good on that point. Chicken wings might be something interesting on the griddle. Well, that's funny that you say that, because we got chicken wings.
Yeah.
We got chicken wings, but I would have to see how that's made, because my lid I have is not big enough to put over. Because I think with chicken wings, you would have to put something over it to kind of like keep the air all around it, like an air fryer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I would have to look at some videos before I would, but we did buy some pre-seasoned chicken wings from Costco that we want to try them out. Try out that flavor that they put on there. And I did buy more chicken. What was it? Chicken thighs, because of the 2 Publix things that I bought with the thighs, the bourbon thing. And now I can eat chicken like that. See, before eating chicken was just getting old, but now that I can do the teriyaki chicken, and what we're having a hard time to find is the Asian, like, bourbon chicken sauce, not just barbecue sauce with bourbon chicken in it. I want the Asian style, and it's like nobody sells it. And the packages that they do sell it from Walmart, it's like, it's $5 or $1.99 for the packet or something, or $5 for 4, but you got to spend $5 to ship it. So it's like $10 for paying for packets. But if anyone knows, I think we got to try to see if we can find an Asian store. And they might have it.
Well, we're going to be in New Wesley Chapel, close to Tampa.
I think an Asian store might carry the bottled bourbon chicken flavor like the Asians use.
In a half mile, turn left onto US 98 South.
And then the keto bread, we used some keto breads. That was amazing. I'm gonna see if I can grill cheese on there too as well. Because the only thing about that, a type of griddle like that, because the griddle top, you have to keep it clean, but sometimes it makes it look dirty with the oil on it. And that's the other thing I got to learn too. I think I've been putting too much oil on the griddle, and sometimes I've been putting not enough oil. So I got to learn, I mean, because working a griddle is so oily, and I don't see that in the videos, but I got to start learning, you know, how much oil to put on there. And I think sometimes I overdo it with the oil. So that's another thing I can practice. I can send you a recipe how to make bourbon. Well, yeah, send that to me. That would be great. That would be great. Because like I said, because that's what I'm looking for to put on the chicken. If I was to use bourbon barbecue sauce for like ribs and stuff, that's a different, like I would put that on the ribs and stuff like that, not on chicken, because then it's like I'm eating the same thing over and over. I think the Asian style of the bourbon, and we bought the teriyaki sauce, and of course we got the soy sauce, I think like those are better flavor in my opinion. I think they have the better,
are you serious?
Flavor there. Just be careful. Stir fries are awesome on the grill. Yes, they are.
One.
I mean, if you can't help the dude, don't freaking double park. I mean,
right.
In 0.3 miles, traffic light camera
and the
ahead,
ones that
and then
Publix
turn
had
left.
already pre-made in the small packages are perfect enough
In
for
a quarter
one meal.
mile, turn left onto US 98 South.
Because a lot of our problems is that if we don't have a doctor's appointment, you know, we'll eat at home. Say if 2 days out of the week we have a doctor's appointment, and that week, and we buy stuff goes bad first because it just sits there. You know what I'm saying? And we went out to eat that day, so we've been timing everything. You're gonna be passing me about 2 or 4 minutes. Well, pull up alongside and say beep beep.
Turn left at the second traffic light onto US 98 South.
I think that's Cajun Mike.
Oh.
Let me tell you something, Cajun Mike. There's a video that's coming out today. We went to a buffet, but it's not Detroit style pizza, okay? But it's the barbecue chicken minus the Cajun. I promise you, if you were to tell these people to add Cajun on this pizza, it would beat Jet's Pizza. So that video tonight, I did make a dedication to you, saying that this pizza here will definitely beat Jet's Pizza.
Continue
but the
on
only
current
thing
road
is,
for about 13 miles.
it's not Detroit style. It's just a regular pizza way. And like I said, if you would have added Cajun all over it, I promise you, that would have took it off the chain. It's the people I used to work for Hungry Howie's, the half owner, the two brothers. The one brother went and made his own pizza joint to where he can make his own. Everything he makes is fresh. From the spaghetti sauce to the sauces. They steamed. It's
not steamed, it's oil pressure.
Oil pressure the chicken. And the chicken wings are off the chain, boy. And it's an all-you-can-eat buffet, $14.99 in Zephyr Hills. The drinks are free, $14.99. The wings are not included. The wings you have to order sideways. But you'll see the buffet's got soup, salad, spaghetti, and a dessert. And I promise you, man, you taste this barbecue sauce chicken that they make. Because like I said, I know all the owner, his son. You know, we grew up working 10 plus years. I mean, watch the kids grow up. They always love cooking. They always love seasoning. And the video tonight, I promise you.
Yeah, little cannons.
I promise you, this kid just slight breading on the thing, on the chicken, the sauce is, I mean, and everything, the spaghetti sauce is not acidy. Everything in this place is handmade because they don't have to follow Hungry Howie's. They do Hungry Howie's style, but they don't have to follow their rules. They can do it their own way. And I promise you, Cajun is amazing. Well, in the buffet, they didn't have Cajun on it. I mean, I can always say, hey, can you make me a Cajun one for me?
Yeah, they'll do
they'll do it. They do the flavors. They do everything there. But yeah. I promise you, man, just because it's not in the Detroit style, but they did have, it's almost like a Detroit style, but it's like their breadstick. They had a bacon cheese with ranch. Oh, my, cut into little. Dude, wait till you see the video. And that comes out today. Oh, he's around here somewhere. He waved, Mike did.
Oh, okay. Hi, Mike.
But yeah, like I said, that's going to be an amazing video, that buffet video there. And then right next to it is a Puerto Rican restaurant that we want to try one day. Yeah, check out the video tonight. I promise you. I mean, unfortunately, it's not in the Detroit style. But I promise you, like, you know, now I'm biased on that video because, like I said, I know the people there. I know the family. I know I used to work for him. So I know these, and I seen the kids grow up, and they always used to make different things, and we all used to try it out. And I promise you, these people, they have the tongues for the flavors. Like, they're Lebanese. They know, I mean, like I said, these people know how to cook and stuff. And sometimes it can be a half hour to an hour to get into this buffet. That's how and they just opened up in March.
The end of March.
Yeah. So I promise you, like, anyone that goes to this pizza place in Zephyr Hills.
And they don't deliver.
And they don't deliver other than DoorDash and stuff. But I promise you, anyone was to go there, it's better than that Hungry Howie's buffet in Plant City.
Yeah.
I don't like the Detroit style. I like their round. Oh, okay.
Well, then
but
you'll love this.
I promise you, this will be off the chain. It would be off the chain.
In 0.2 miles, traffic light camera
eating.
ahead.
I was in the dessert pizzas, strawberry, raspberry, blue. Oh my gosh! Like, I mean, we ate so much that day.
You ate more than I did.
I did. I had to try everything because it was like, oh man.
Yeah, well, you found out on the scale the next day.
Yeah, I did gain about 5 or 6 pounds, but I lost it. I'm back to. I went to 250. I'm back to 245 again because we had steaks. You know, we don't eat like that every day, but we've been eating light and stuff. So, and then that's the other thing with carnivore. I got to try to keep my steaks to 6 ounces, real small, not big portions, because not drinking, you build up those osculates, which build up the stones. And that's the other thing. I'm going to find out what kind of stone it is and all that other stuff. But I think eating a lot of meat and not drinking water was the main thing. It's, you know, water, 64 ounces. I've been drinking a day religiously with the lemon. And I feel like I'm losing weight as well. But like I said, it's only 1 stone. Never had stones in my life. The only thing I changed in my life is I went hard carnivore, and I wasn't drinking a lot. I was just taking in all that osculates and not flushing them out and stuff. So lesson learned. But this is the halfway point to Bartow.
Mm-hmm.
We used to DoorDash this whole area here.
Don't remind me.
I can't believe it. But other than that, I mean, every day is 90, but by the evening it feels beautiful. We got a nice breeze.
Last night it was gorgeous out.
I mean, this is the month of the breezes, the end of March and April, and that breeze is perfect. I mean, without and the funny thing was is when we were in downtown Lakeland, in between the buildings, that breeze was punching you in the face. But we got into an open area and it was like no breeze. And it's like, that's typical Florida.
Yep.
If you stand in the shade, it's hotter than if you stand in the sun. If you stand inside your garage, it's hotter than you stand outside the garage, because it's the wind. It's the wind that really thing. Have you guys tried the taco stand on the way in Bartow past Clubhouse Road on the right? No, we have not. No. We're rarely out this way to Bartow. The only reason we're going here is because Sean and Carlos invited us, so we're all going to hang out together. But they live out this way.
Yeah, it's a hop, skip, and a jump for them.
Yeah, because sometimes the traffic, like you see now, just to get from where we're at to here,
it can take sometimes an hour.
Yeah, it takes an hour, literally. Just before, in the 90s and 2000, it takes an hour to get from where we're at to Bartow, to downtown Bartow. So just imagine on top of the traffic. And there's no other route to Bartow but this route right here. So there's no like, we can go down this street, that street. No, this is the vein.
That's a nice color on that Tesla.
Yeah, there you go, another Tesla.
Looks better than that silver. I'm glad they're coming up with the different colors, because that silver just wasn't getting it for me.
Well, I think the whole thing with the silver Teslas was because I think the material might be stainless steel or something. So it's harder to paint. Yeah, that might be a wrapped. That might be a wrap. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think they're made out of stainless steel, and it's hard to paint stainless steel.
Yeah, without it rusting.
Yeah.
There's a lot that's got to be done to it so it doesn't rust.
So I think a lot of these colored Teslas you're seeing
are probably
wrapped. They're vinyl wrapped.
I'm liking them though.
Okay, you guys. Gotta get my fat ass moving. You have a great day and be safe. All right, you have a good one too. Matter of fact, there was someone on here that says that in Bartow they're building a racetrack and a Dollar Tree.
Together?
Not together, but they're
okay.
They're growing. But I don't ever remember seeing any when we were here the other day. I didn't see.
Well, I wasn't, but you were sleeping on and off, so.
And that could be it right there. Oh no, that's a church. Okay. It's crazy how many restaurants. I know, Kevin. That's the difference between New Jersey and Florida. In New Jersey, the restaurants are only in the mall. Same thing with fast foods. We used to have to go on the plazas on the Parkway or the Turnpike to get fast foods, everything was diner or mom and pop restaurants.
Yep.
Over here in Florida, it's just nothing but restaurants. Like restaurants everywhere.
Well, it's like that in Michigan. You got more mom and pop restaurants than you have chain restaurants.
Yeah. Like if you wanted to go to a restaurant, it was for a special occasion. Over here in Florida, it's like, oh, let's go to Outback. Let's go to Outback every day. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only right down the road. Let's go here. Let's go there. Because everything is right down the road.
Oh, it's a Circle
and
K,
stuff.
not a racetrack. Okay.
Yeah, PA is the same thing. Yep. See, forget every 5 seconds, every 3 seconds, because this part of the area here that you're seeing is not developed yet.
No, not
This
yet.
is where Sean and Carlos live in this area. So it's not as developed, this road here, as if on Florida Avenue, where that's where all the restaurants, everyone goes there. Now that they're building all these subdivisions around in this area,
they're building restaurants.
now they're starting to, the restaurants are starting to come in now. Just like in Zephyr Hills, they built a Longhorn, the first Longhorn ever. So when you got Longhorn there,
it's like we're moving up in the world.
Now you're gonna start seeing Outbacks and you're gonna start seeing a flood of restaurants.
Well, just like when we got Chick-fil-A in Zephyr Hills, it was like, damn.
My dad's in Dallas visiting, and he says there's so many restaurants. Yes, yeah. That's why a lot of people in Florida are heavy.
Yep.
We're fat because, like I said, it's like
we too lazy to cook at home because
like,
we're too busy being on the road.
Let's go to Longhorn today. Let's go to Outback tomorrow. Let's go to Olive Garden. Like there's just restaurants.
Not counting, McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King.
I mean, if I was a restaurant review channel, I could just stay right here in Lakeland.
Oh God, yeah.
And just restaurant review the whole highway, and it would take me years before I would get it done.
Yeah.
Yes, food is amazing, but I like the diner kind of thing, and I like it how it was in Jersey, because you're not always going to that fast food. You're always going somewhere where it was homemade. That diner experience is the best. That's the dream right there. And that's what I said. That's why I always, even on that 1 in 9, going to Jersey City from Andersen, you don't see restaurants like that. You don't see a ton of McDonald's. You don't see a ton of White Castles. Like, you literally have to drive somewhere to get to it. Like a main spot that they chose that's going to be the food area spot. And it stays there.
Yep.
I mean, people at bodegas, they live upstairs and they cook downstairs, or they have their stores downstairs. Same thing with the homemade restaurants. They would have a little delis, and the bottom floor would be the delis, and they would live upstairs. And I mean, you could drive down a side street in New Jersey and there'll be a deli somewhere there that you can say, oh shoot, let's go to this deli real quick. Let's go to this little pizza joint real quick.
Well, that, and they were walking distance too.
If I could go around like Guy Fieri, that would be a dream job. There's people on YouTube that do it. There's other people that do it.
Come on, Polk County, you got to get your shit together with these roads. Damn, I feel like I am in Jersey again.
But it gets expensive trying food all over. That's why when we go somewhere, we try to try the local food in that area. Because if I wanted to go to an Outback, I could just go to the Outback down the street.
Yeah.
So like when we go to places, Pigeon Forge, we try to go to places that are not in Florida. Anywhere we go, whether it's in Jersey, Georgia, Savannah, everywhere.
What the heck?
But that's how you got to do it. If you ever travel outside.
Is that an accident up there? Yep.
Yeah, but they're going slow. You could stay in this lane. But if you ever travel outside your state, that's what you have to do. You have to go and see what is the local food in that area. And then just go and try it.
I mean, if you know, you're going around different places and, ask somebody when you're out traveling.
Yeah, if you're at a hotel, you ask them, hey, what's around here good to eat? But like I said, if you're gonna go and, you know, how can you run out of gas in 2025 on a Dodge Charger? If you're gonna go and just go to somewhere and eat what you eat in your own state, then that's just a wasted trip and stuff.
That's just not fun.
Like if I went to Texas, I'd try all the, right, correct. You try all the barbecue joints or anything, you know, anything that they have there. But yeah, you're right. But don't go to a barbecue joint that there's one in your state. Like, that would be crazy.
Yeah, you don't want to go to Sonny's.
Yeah, like if you have a Sonny's in your state and you see a Sonny's in Texas, you don't want to go to Sonny's in Texas. You already know it's the same thing.
Right.
You know, that's like when we went to Philadelphia. We went there for the cheesesteak. In New Jersey, different pizzas, different wings, different diners. Not every diner is going to be the same.
Nope. They're not going to offer the same things on the menu.
Right, right. And every diner has a different cook. And they're not following a company
rules and regulations.
Right, like a Denny's or an IHOP. They're not following their code, or they're making their own flavors. They're cooking, like I said, that pizza place we went to, they're cooking from the heart and
Usually
stuff.
diners, that's the people that own it, they're using recipes that have been handed down for generations.
Right, right.
You know, whether it's German food, Polish food.
And sometimes you hit good ones and sometimes you don't, you know, just
luck of the draw.
But that's, you take a chance. I mean, that's like in Puerto Rico. In Puerto Rico, they have their McDonald's and Burger Kings and Taco Bells. They're different from the United States. Their Chili's, their Applebee's.
So different.
But the thing is, it's like, why would I want to still go there, even though I know Taco Bell sells beer, or Kentucky Fried Chicken sells rice and beans? You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just still go to, I mean, they would make great videos, because it's like, hey, look what this KFC got, rice and beans for sides. Look at Burger King got, they sell tripleta sandwiches, stuff they don't sell here. But to go to a nice either food truck or a nice hole in the wall, that's like 20 times better. What's up, Julie? And yeah, but like this diner over here to the right, Sean recommended that, and we opened up the door and it looked like a shithole, and we walked right out, and it's busy at least, and we walked out of there. We looked inside, it was like, oh, no. And we walked right out. So but those hole in the walls are the best. Yes, they are. Yeah, yes, they are. Julie says she's back.
Well, welcome back, Julie.
Well, this is Bartow, and we're only 0.5 miles away from where we're going to.
Yep, further.
It's supposed to rain Tuesday.
Yeah.
What's that? Is that Publix or?
I don't know. It says home on it.
Yeah.
The $1 million question is, how hard is it going to be to find parking?
Bells and a home.
In a half-mile, turn left onto East Main Street.
Yeah. Oh, I hope I don't have to go down there on the 21st.
Now, the address that you put.
South Central.
Because you might be putting us in, if it's on Main Street or South Central, we just got to be careful. Because if the address that you put is taking us to where they're going to have all the streets closed.
Right. Well, we're going to be looking.
I've been busy with the truck. Went to Florida a couple of days dealing with other issues. Had to get away. Cool. Hopefully the weather was great when you were down here.
Yeah. Come on, Big Red. Get your booty out the way.
In a quarter-mile, turn left at the 5th road onto East Main Street. I know we don't have no more Astra Pro. Do we have any Astra Pro work underneath the sink?
No.
Wow, they knocked down the building. I don't know if they're going to knock down this whole thing. That's the whole jail there. They might be knocking that whole thing down. Yep. Can't see what it says, but...
Oh, that's the courthouse. Okay.
Yeah. That's where you would have to go for...
All right, turn left at the traffic light onto East Main Street and then turn right.
We're going to try not to be at this place all day. There's Mama's son. That's their thing.
Turn right onto South Central Avenue.
Oh, I got to find parking first, lovey.
Oh, Julie got a suntan.
Suntan or a sunburn? Julie?
Sunburn. There it is. It's down there.
Okay.
So we just got to find...
Parking.
You have arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is finished.
Parking.
Didn't we park over here that one day?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can go over there.
Yeah.
Because I know Bartow downtown.
I mean, there's parking here. It says 2 hours, but I don't know how long we're going to be here. Yeah, we're starting to get color into our skin.
Yeah, I noticed it today taking a shower when I took my watch off. I was like, whoop.
We'll probably be here a couple hours, if anything, if they decide they want to eat. I don't know.
You never know.
But we're here, guys. Yeah, we're going to another festival. We are here. We appreciate it. I see parking right over there.
I know, I just seen that. I'm going to hit that.
And we'll go live when we leave this place here. Okay? You can park right there. So, expensive. I noticed more expensive. It's from New York to Florida. We'll go over that. I'll let you know some things that are and that aren't. But we're here. We'll talk to you later.